Hey, this is Max at 343 Labs. We're a music production school based in New York City, Berlin, and online. And today I'd like to show you a clip by one of our instructors, John Selway, which is taken from 343 TV, which airs right here on our channel several days per week. Now, if you want to watch the full stream, head over to studio.343labs.com, link in the description, which is our new producer hub where you can meet other producers, get free content, collaborate, and get feedback on your music. Enjoy the clip.
But what I'm thinking about is trying to add, I'm going to take a little bit of this suggestion from Live Society and create some kind of texture, some kind of atmospheric pad-like, drone-like texture with effects on the drums. Let's see if we can do that. And if I could just insert the effect here, and this is, this is the drum and the drum rack, and then that's going into the drum kit, right? And then this has all this effect on it. So and this has a lot of distortion actually. So if I start adding stuff to the drum before all that, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens. I was thinking of putting like a resonator or something on this drum to add tone. We can just go old school, go back to use resonators and make this play a chord or a note. So it's going to make this like another chord stab. What key am I in? I'm using my ear here to figure out how I should tune this resonator. Sounds like D sharp is in tune or in key with that chord. It could be a different note. But I'm gonna go with D sharp as like the one of my chord. And then we can just do a minor third, 3 semitones up. I'm gonna do 2 of them. And then a 7 semitones for a 5th. Ooh, what happened? Increase the decay. Right now, you're not hearing the drum anymore, you're just hearing the resonator. You know what I think I'm going to do? Because I want to think of this more as a drone or something atmospheric, it makes sense actually. Right now it's just adding a chord to the drum, right? But I want to make this sound like it's more separate. So this is where I might put it on a return. All right, so let's go over here, add a return track. I'm going to drag that resonator over to the return. I'm going to make sure it's 100% wet. Now, if I send it from the drum rack, it's going to play whatever's coming out of that drum rack. If I add more drums to it, it's going to add in there. It looks like there's some more names in the chat. Who else is in here? Did I already? Oh, Narcissus Jr., hello. Wispa's back. I think I already said hi to Netrunner, but just in case I didn't, hi Netrunner. Peter T. Are you watching on, where does it say Instagram? Yeah, I think we might be live on Instagram too. Is that where you started? Glad you're learning today, thank you. All right, let's get back into this. I'm gonna actually take this up to make, instead of playing sort of the same kind of chord that the original chord stab is doing, I'm gonna bring this up like a 5th, right? So that's an A sharp now. I'm gonna try, just play around with the resonator. Playing with the filter at the input, and that's gonna determine how much of the original signal is, filtered going into the resonator. That's darker, obviously, now. I like that. Now there's a little knock to it. It's still, I'm kind of leaning towards the percussiveness of it still. I want to try to figure out how to make it more sustained and more atmospheric than it is already. Can also actually, we can pan these. Okay. I like it. How can we like space it out even more? Give me some effect suggestions maybe while we listen to this. Netrunner saying add some texture. What kind of texture? Granular maybe, to like kind of crunch it up and spread it out a little bit. Reverb would be good. It's already a little reverby. Resonators have something in common with reverb, right? Reverbs can have resonance. Rooms have resonance, right? Certain frequencies are more exaggerated in the space. Future World Machines is saying reverse reverb. Do you know what I want to do? I've been forgetting. I noticed recently there was an update of one of the free Valhalla reverbs lately. And I haven't used, I keep forgetting about the Valhalla reverbs, and they're great. And they have cool, and you know, it's kind of like the Supermassive. It's like a hybrid delay reverb, and it sounds really cool. And I'm just let's start running through some presets and see what this does, because it's got some cool filtered modulating, even granular like things, you know, because you have the delay and you can warp it and you can make it more diffuse. And it kind of, like I said, it's sort of between a delay and a reverb. We can try some of these sound effects. Let's see what these do. Boards of AFX? I don't know. That's really quiet. Let's turn this up a little bit so everybody can hear it. Could try some modulating ones. It has some, you know, chorus flanging type things. I like this one because it's like, it's delay, reverb, and it's panning and spinning around a little bit. And it's sort of out of time. How's that going to sound with a beat? Actually, maybe that we got to think about that. Like, if it's rhythmic in the wrong way, it might start sounding cluttered. Just trying out presets. Just trying to get ideas. More sort of overlapping dubby dotted eighth note delay going on. Sometimes I like what happens. It'll make these little artifacts when you switch between presets. I like this one too because it's got the delay in it, but it's also sort of smooth and expansive and floating. Narcissus Jr.'s asking if I use Reason in Ableton at all. I have. I don't have the full version of the latest update of Reason. But it does add a lot of complexity into your session to use Reason as a plugin. It's amazing you can do that though. Future World Machines is complaining, why are all the Valhalla presets always set to 100% mix? I think because they're thinking you're going to put them on a return track, which is exactly what I'm doing. You're right though. If you use it as a insert effect, that's really annoying. I like the idea of playing with the frequency going into the resonator a little bit. Also, let's tighten this up a little bit. I want to make this a little noisy and a little bit more full. How do we do that? Compression, saturation. What happens when you put distortion on pretty atmospheric sounds and reverbs? That can be interesting. I mean, like, what happens if I do this? Oh, now it's getting a little loud. Let's turn that down. All right, so we're getting all the resonance from the reverb kind of cracking up in the overdrive. Where here it's distorting out of the resonator, and then you're hearing all that noise getting reverbed out. Does this even sound good? It sounds great by itself, but does it sound good with the beat? Let's see. Not sure. It's a little too much, right? It's like bringing out too much ringiness. All right, I'm gonna stop with the reverb for a second and listen to what... I like what it's doing when it's kind of ringy and metallic on the top like that. What happens if I also send the other chords through the same effect? I don't know. Too much ringing? I didn't have any idea I'd be going in this direction today, but I think at the top of the show, that's what we said. We're just going to explore and experiment and see what happens. So, mission accomplished already? I like what this is doing. It can potentially kind of get out of hand, though. All right, let's hear this with the hi-hat. I want a little energy for a second. There's a closed hi-hat. Too busy. Maybe it needs to be shorter. Or maybe you want to just keep it really more sort of minimalistic. And oops. I like that. All right, we're still playing with the resonator. When I put more low into the overdrive, it's like too crunchy, right? Maybe we need to control it a little bit with some compression. I don't know. Let's go back to the reverb. Maybe it's just too loud on the reverb. Or maybe I need to give it a little bit of dry signal. What happens if we play with this? Subtle. Although it's kind of nice when you turn the knobs, you hear little washes of noise going on. So that could be automated.
I hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you want to watch the full stream, head over to studio.343labs.com, link in the description below. And that is our new producer hub where you can find free content, collaborate with other musicians, get feedback on your music, and just meet a community of like-minded artists and producers. See you next time.